Okay. Oh, come on. Hey everyone. Yeah, so today's video is gonna be a little bit different. As mentioned in the title, it's gonna be a collection tour, so to speak. But actually for me, it's a recording on how my shelves currently look like because I'm gonna have to renovate the shelf. Yeah. The sad news is that the light strips that I've got, they kind of broke and are not working right now. So I need to replace them and it's a major work. It's not even been 2 years since I moved in and renovated the place and I can't believe they broke. My wallet is so angry right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, the lights were from Taobao, so I'm gonna have to find an alternative. Cheap lights probably isn't the way to go for this. Anyway, that's for future me to deal with. For today, I'll be recording a snapshot on how my shelves currently look like. For my sake, because I need to take everything out, change the lights and put everything back. So this recording is kind of a record on how it currently looks like so I can put it back at the same place. Kinda, yeah. A little bit of a disclaimer first. You'll see that some of the shelves are kinda empty because I've already taken those figures out and put them back in the box. Yeah, there is no way I'm leaving the figures in the shelf to do the lights. Something is gonna get damaged along the way. Yeah. Regardless, most of what I have is still on the shelf, so I think it will be still an interesting content to look through. Yeah. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's just get into it. Alright, let's start off with this shelf right over here. As you can see, my shelf is quite tall, so I'm gonna be bringing around this little stool. So if you hear some dragging sound in the background, just bear with me. Anyway, first up, this shelf right over here. As you can see, it's kinda emptied out because I've already cleared some of my figures in preparation for my little renovation. Yeah, this strip light you see over here, it's broken, so I need to replace it. Such a troublesome little thing. Anyway, over here, this used to be my kinda better ready shelf where the figures are all in like better ready poses. This here is one of my favorites, Joker, which is the red variant. Love how this guy looks. Beside him, Billy is over here, and as you can see from the Vaughn acrylic stand behind, Vaughn used to be here as well, but he's already kept back in the box. On the second row, I've got a couple of Neko figures. And yeah, there were more, but I've already kept them in the box. I'm still looking for the boxes for these two, so that's why they're still here. I also keep my Trigun figures over here, so this is Vash. And his counterpart Wolfwood, well, he's in the box. So he's not here right now. But the older version of them are at the back. Yet to find their box to keep them back. Overall, this is kind of what the composition of this box looks like. And right at the center was where my Red Hood used to be. You know, that 1/4 Red Hood figure. Can you imagine how he would look framed by all these little figures? Stunning. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this shelf. Sadly, it's all emptied out, but you can kind of get the picture. Okay, but before I move down, yeah, at the top there's actually another shelf for this one giant Rengoku figure. It's a bit hard to film because I'm too short, but yeah. He is so majestic. And right next to this one, there's another 2 more Rengoku figures over here. These two are so big that they need a shelf on their own. I'm not sure if you can see, but I can't see how the film is gonna turn out. Yeah, anyway, Rengokus are all up there. Okay, now to move down. Let's see. Okay, yeah, as you can see, this is just a random shelf with random figures because I haven't got a theme going on over here. I initially wanted this to be my engine shrine because I have a statue of him coming in. That's why you can see a couple of his acrylic stands chilling out over here. But besides engine, I also have a Tamon statue coming in, so now both of them are kind of fighting for this shelf. While future me decides what to do over here, some other figures which are being prepared to be kept in the box are over here. Like these two Cowboy Bebop figures. Yeah, I found their boxes, that's why I moved them down from the above shelf. And it's a lot easier to move these two when they're on a lower shelf, so yeah. This is also where I brought down some of my binding bunnies who were on the topmost shelf. Yeah. This is, I believe, Ringo, and definitely one of my favorite binding figures. Behind, oh gosh, what's your name? I'm sorry, I forgot your name, so I'm just gonna show it on the video. But yeah, also one of my favorite binding figures. I'm preparing to keep these two in their boxes in preparation for my renovation. Now, besides the figures over here, I also kept some of my BJDs in here for the time being. Still have not decided where to put them, but yeah. This is the Centaur BJD which I unboxed, I think, back in Chinese New Year period. Together with the other, what's your name? I'm sorry, I forgot the name of this doll, but yeah, the other BJD that's over here. And the last BJD that's in this shelf is this little guy. Yeah, also another Centaur, and also showcased in my latest haul video. So yeah, that's what I have here. And also a couple of like Minecraft cubes which I'm thinking of using as risers. I got this from a Koji and they're like perfectly sized to like lift some figures up. The grass theme is also quite fitting for some of them, so I thought this would make some pretty good risers. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for this shelf. So moving down to the bottommost row, my Angel and Pink Cute Stuff shelf. Okay, I've got a couple of figures here that may need to be censored, so I'll try to be careful. Oh boy. Okay, starting off from the back row, a stunning art piece by Obstetrician M. This one is made of resin, so really fragile. In fact, she actually came in broken at her legs, but I managed to fix her and she doesn't look damaged at all, so that's great. Beside her is this art by Saitom, and definitely one of my favorite pieces by Saitom. I think Stella is one of the best concepts that he has. Next to her is this dark-skinned Sonico cat figure, and this is definitely one of my favorite finds from my Japan trip. Really good price I got her for. Okay, at the front, Raita figure, which I forgot her name. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at names, but definitely one of my favorite pieces by Raita. The colors for this one is just phenomenal. And matching her color theme is this Dark Magician girl. I know some people don't really like how inaccurate the face is, but I think this is one of the best Dark Magician girl figures there are out there. Though this sad thing is the base. Like, look at it jutting out like that. It's so horrible. They did not need such a big base, but oh wells. On to the last row. This is a Taito figure, if I'm not wrong. Is it Taito? Well, if I'm wrong, I'll put an update on the screen. But it's a prize figure, and for a prize figure, this is very high quality. Definitely one of my recommendations if you can find her at her original price. Besides this, I also have two little Nendoroids of Madoka and Homura over here. Yeah, they are here because the Aniplex figures of these two used to be in this shelf, but I've already kept them. So imagine them right at the front over here, sort of framing the rest of the girls. So yeah, definitely an angel pink color theme shelf over here. And last in this shelf is this figure of my hero. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that. Yeah, last in this shelf is this figure of my hero, and definitely one of my favorite pieces. I just love this jester concept. Stunning. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for this shelf. But at the bottommost row, I still got some little lookup figures here. They are like at the perfect position right at the bottom of my shelf. And behind them, I keep some of my Nendoroid boxes here. It frames them up pretty nicely. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this first shelf, including the 3 Rengokus at the top. Let's move on to the next one. Yep, carrying my little stool over here. Okay, moving on to the center. This is the next shelf, and definitely one of the master centerpieces of my shelf, because this one over here, that's the biggest shelf I have. Really long, really deep, really big. Yeah, but before we move there, let's start off with this top shelf over here. Now, what I have over here, pretty much a magic witch girl kind of shelf with some monsters in between. I don't know, but I think the composition looks pretty good. And all the figures that I originally had over here are still here, so this is exactly what it looks like, and I'm hoping to put it back exactly the same way after the renovation. So yeah. Right at the back, I've got this Halloween Miku, which I was so happy they re-released. Yeah, I got the re-released version because this girl went up in the aftermarket pretty high. So yeah, she's so suitable for this like witch theme shelf I have over here. And beside that, Megumin, of course, the explosion witch herself. I'm pretty glad that I managed to find her for a pretty good trade. So a stunning piece, perfect for this shelf as a centerpiece. I've also got the Panty and Stocking pop-up parades over here, but honestly I'm not sure if I want to keep them because I kind of grew out of love for this series. Well, we'll see. Anyway, at the back, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's this Hanako prize figure. I'm still waiting for a Nene figure, but even if it's a prize figure, I'll take it. Okay, moving to the front. Forgot her name. I think this is Liko. I think so. But she's not a really popular figure. In fact, she's been in the aftermarket, and I don't know why, because she's quite a good concept. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know why. I mean, it's the shit colored tail, but honestly, I think it's fine. Beside her is Okarun, which is a Kuji figure. Yeah, I do have some Kuji figures, and even though they are like kind of sus to quite a few people, I still like some of them because we don't really get alternative figures, like alternative scale figures of male characters, so Kuji figures are kind of my only choice. At the center of this shelf, I have a couple of Alistair prize figures and little mini figures and Nendoroids. Yeah, I like this guy, but I think this is all that I'm gonna buy for him. I'm not gonna expand anymore. Framing the Alistair at the center is another witch figure. October Witch, if I'm not wrong. This one by Pochi. Yes, Pochi. Masterpiece artwork by her. I love Pochi works, and you can tell because I also have another Chio figure over here. This is definitely the best Chio figure. So having them side by side is just chef kiss. Next to the witch is Hisoka. Yeah, he's kind of a monster, so I'm just keeping him in this shelf. He looks pretty good back here anyway. And on the front row, Gojo. Now, remember back then when Gojo figures first appeared and we couldn't decide which one to get? Yeah, I got both. If you can't decide, just get both. I think I'm still leaning more towards the E-Stream one. I really like how they did his face, but that's just me. Okay, last two figures in this shelf. Leo. I believe your name is Leo. From Fromare. A figure that kind of been in the aftermarket, but I really love Studio Trigger stuff, so I'm gonna support them no matter what, whether you've been or not. Anyway, this is quite a nice Kotobukiya figure, so I'm glad to have him even though he's not that popular. And lastly, the Night Hag by Maitos. This one, definitely grill worthy. A lot of people are sort of on a hunt for this one. But this scythe just keeps dropping, so yeah, she's managing to stay in place for now, but as and when she'll just drop randomly. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this shelf. Oh, but before I go down, I've got a couple of bunny figures still up there, like my Mio Blue and Ram figure is kind of over there. Yeah. I've also got this one, which I forgot her name, but yeah, I'm gonna have to find her box and keep her. Yeah, these two bunny shelves are pretty much empty right now, so nothing much to say. Okay, moving down. Hoshina, my Hoshina shrine. Okay, now this shelf I'm gonna need to rejig because it's pretty much a mess. I may not be able to keep all of my acrylic stands, but we'll see. I don't think I can go through everything, but here's just a quick glance. Right at the back at the center is my S-Fire figure of Hoshina. I'm still waiting for them to do a Narumi. I actually hope they do, but who knows. In front of him, there's another Hoshina price figure in the similar pose, just to kind of give you a gauge on the difference between the S-Fire premium figure and the price figure quality of him. Yeah. Everything else is like the acrylic stands behind, oh, and a little hidden plushie at the back. Yeah, this shelf is a mess, so I can't really go through everything. Yeah, my little Hoshina mermaid. I got 3 Nendoroids of him, so I took one of the head and plug it onto this mermaid. Doesn't he look adorable? Oh, and these two figures. Koji figures, but the composition looks amazing. These two are still pretty expensive in the aftermarket, even though they are just price figure quality. And I think it's because Narumi does not have a scale figure at all. Kotobukiya or S-Fire, come on. You really need to complete the set for me so I can fill up my shelf. Even though it's already full, but yeah, I'll make space, I promise. Beside these two, I have the Kotobukiya Hoshina figure as well. He originally came with the face mask, but this is the bonus head without the face mask. I mean, the face mask looks pretty cool, but I already have the Koji figure with his face mask, so having something different would be quite nice. Yeah. And over here is that little chibi figure of Hoshina, which I unboxed in my latest haul. As mentioned back then, I have 2 of these, one to keep sealed and one to display, so yeah, that's my dedication to this guy. And lastly, some other price figures and more acrylic stands right at the front. My Hoshina shrine is a mess and it's definitely something I need to work on. Okay, moving down. Now this one is also kinda in a mess right now because I've kept some of the figures and some which are supposed to go back in their boxes are left here for a period until I can find their box. Yeah, like these 2 Neko figures. They were supposed to be in the better ready shelf just now, but they're here so I can pack them up. Yeah. Oh yeah, random, but I have a Beyblade that's pink and I love that it's pink. Okay, anyway, for the figures, Yamato, maximum figure of Yamato. I love this figure, but honestly, I'm thinking of selling her because my One Piece shelf is kind of full, yeah. But still stunning. I definitely highly recommend for any One Piece fans. Over here, I have this Tengen prize figure. Yeah, he's also waiting for his box to go back in. Random acrylic stands, random like squishy oyster. I don't know why he's here, but it's just so adorable. And I've got a bunch of Run 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 figures here. I really like this Run 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 series, but I have to rethink how I want to do the composition of this shelf to fit them in. I mean, it's quite nice to have small figures mixed in between bigger figures. So I may sell some of these and I may keep some of these depending on the composition. So yeah. Lastly, at this bottom row is this Luffy Wano Arc figure. Yeah. Definitely one of my favorite figures of Luffy here. On to the next row. This is my Uta Maximum figure. Also a beautiful piece, but way too big. I'm kind of running out of space, so I may need to have to sell her, so yeah. Don't get me wrong, I really like this figure, but I have no space. Beside her is this chopper, which I got from the base shop. And if you don't already know what the base shop is, it's this little pop-up shop that's in Japan, which is pretty hard to get into. So I got a proxy to help me pick this one up, and I'm glad that she managed to, because this is just too adorable. Next is Law, and for Law, none of the figures I'm ever gonna sell, even though I have two. Yeah, this one is one, and this one is the exact same one. It's just that I have this like third-party helmet thing, which you can swap out. So I have like the same figure but a changeable part which was from a third party to display them both differently. And even though it's the same figure, I'm never gonna sell it. I just love Law that much. Right smack at the center of these two is the Law Maximum figure. The figure I have been waiting for so long. Law is such a popular character, so it's amazing how long they took to produce a maximum figure of him. This is just stunning. Okay, and lastly on this row at the other end, my Levi Grandista figure, as well as my Gara Masterlize Kuji figure. Yeah, I don't think we have a scale figure of Gara. Resin figure, yeah, maybe, but not a scale. Seriously, Naruto needs to get more figures for the other side characters. We only have Naruto and Sasuke scale figures, so come on, what's up with that? Attack on Titan as well. I know we have some from Kotobuki, yeah, but we need more. The fan base is huge. Okay, right at the back, another pair of figures which I'm definitely never gonna sell, even though Ace got re-released. But anyway, this is the Ace Maximum figure, which I paid way too much for. I love this piece. And I mainly bought these two because of the composition Sabo has. So it's like them fighting together. It's just a picture perfect composition. Right at the center right now is this Zoro and Sanji acrylic stand, which I don't know where else to put. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out next time. Anyway, this gap you see over here, that's pretty much where the One Piece giant sign, which I got from Koji, used to be. Yeah, that was the centerpiece for this shelf. Now, I kept it in the box, so that's why it's pretty much empty now. Fittingly so, because this is kind of my One Piece shelf, so I needed the One Piece title over here. Next to them, I had the little Chopper figure, which is so adorable. I love his little pirate hat. It's just so cute. And lastly, this Zoro in the Wano form. Yeah, I think this is my favorite figure of him. I used to have the SOC of him, but I kind of sold it because I ran out of space. But I do want one figure of Zoro, and this is it. Yeah. Over here, I've got a couple of Shanks stuff because my Shanks figure used to be here. Yeah, this little gap here, that's where Shanks is. He's already back in the box, but I'm gonna put him back here. Yeah. And this is pretty much it for the centerpiece of my collection, which is mainly revolving around One Piece. Kinda a bit of Naruto, but still majority One Piece. Yeah, I really like One Piece a lot. Okay, with that done, now to move down to the lower shelf. Alright, now this here also used to be another Pink Angel shelf, but it's already been cleared up. Yeah, the X10 bunny is here because once again I moved some of my big bunnies down to pack them, and she's just hanging out here until I find her box. So yeah. Anyway, definitely one of my favorite freeing bunnies. They re-released this one, and I think you can now still find her at a pretty good price. Yeah. At the back, which I definitely need to censor, yeah, that's a Raita figure right there. One of my favorite pieces by Raita. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to keep her back in the box because she's pretty hard to assemble. So during the renovation, I'm going to find somewhere to just keep her, like maybe on the table or something. And right in front of her is this Jibril figure. I really love No Game No Life, so this Jibril figure with her vibrantly colored hair is just so up my alley. Besides this Jibril figure, I also have another one right over here. And because I have this one, I of course have the other variant. Honestly, I don't think I need two, but we'll see. I may have to sell one of them, depending on the space I have left. Shiro I will never sell, but Jibril is kind of on the cutting board. Yeah. But I still really like these two, so I'm gonna see how I can rejig my shelf in order to fit all of them. Besides Jibril, similar theme to this shelf is this Rurodo figure. Yeah, because you know, pink and wings, so yeah, they all go together. This is definitely one of my favorite Rurodo pieces, and I'm trying to avoid the Rurodo rabbit hole and keep to only one. I'm doing a pretty good job resisting right now, so let's hope that stays this way. And lastly, at the bottommost of this shelf, once again, more lookup figures. In fact, this whole bottom row is full of lookup figures, and well, the obsession are these 3-liter Mega Cats. Yeah, they're perfectly sized to fit here, so I guess they'll just stay here. Anyway, above this shelf, I still have one more here, and this is the Pokemon Shrine. Yeah, all my Pokemon figures are supposed to be here, but I've already kept some of them in the box. Unfortunately, some of these Pokemon figures I'm planning to sell because I don't really want to dedicate so much space to Pokemon now. Yeah, but some of them I'm still gonna keep because I really like the trainers. Dawn, I'm thinking of selling, but these two from the Sword and Shield game, I want to keep. I love the Sword and Shield game so much that I really need both of these. Together with Sword and Shield, I also want to keep this tree, which Sun and Moon, yeah, from Sun and Moon. I want to keep this tree from Sun and Moon because I also really like the Sun and Moon game a lot. Lily is one of my favorite trainers, and there's a new Kuji for coming up for the trainers with Lily as the prize. And even though I already have these two Kotobukiya figures of Lily, I kind of need that Kuji figure as well. Yeah. So yeah, Lily's kind of starting a shrine, but for her, I think it's okay. This one also I want to keep. I didn't really finish this game. I played like only a little bit because I didn't really have time, but I really like this design of Iona. Oh wait, I don't know. Yeah. The colors are just so up my alley. Besides the Koto figures, I've also got a couple of remnant, which honestly I'm gonna sell. Yeah. No space for minifigures like this. Now these two, sadly I'm gonna sell because yeah, I didn't really play the games for these two, so not really familiar with them. I just bought them because I wanted to have a complete Pokemon shelf, but I'm kind of changing my mind right now. Oh, Leon? Nope, never selling him. Even though Charizard is really questionable because of this seam line, but Leon is perfect. I just need a figure of Hop to go with him, but I doubt they'll ever make one. Right at the corner over here, a random Tamon acrylic stand. He's not supposed to be here, but he's just hanging out here for now. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the Pokemon shelf. Yeah, everything is kind of a mess as you can see, but this is just how it is right now because I'm kind of packing up for the renovation. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this center shelf. Hope it's interesting to you guys, even though it's kind of empty here and there. Let's move on to the last shelf for this section. Okay, the last shelf for this half of my shelf. Yeah. Right at the top, couple of bunny figures which I've yet to bring down, but they're also gonna be kept back. Unfortunately, Tiger I kind of want to sell because, yeah, the fact that they released a Tiger variant of her annoyed me so much that I don't really want this figure anymore. But Lucy and Urza, I really like these two, so I'm gonna keep them here. Okay, anyway, first up, right over here. My Law Shrine. Okay, now this one is pretty much as it is, except there used to be a Beppo and a Korra and Baby Law figure over here. I've already kept them, so this space is kind of empty now. But everyone else is how it is supposed to be. So this is a good record on how I set up this shelf for future me to follow. Yeah. Oh, by the way, my video is kind of dark because the light strips are broken, so bear with me. Yeah. Okay, anyway, let's start off with the back. What can I say about this shelf? Yeah, Law. We've got Law at the back, Iroh Law at the back. This is a third-party resin of Beppo. I mean, at that time, the Beppo Kuji figure was not out yet, so I wanted a Beppo figure pretty bad and just landed up with this resin. Not sure if I want to keep this one, since I already have the official Kuji figure of him. I try to support official as much as possible, so yeah, I'll think about this one, even though he makes a perfect centerpiece for the shelf. Next to him, the Iroh Luffy, which also looks stunning, and a half-naked Law, of course. In front is another Law figure. Yeah, this whole shelf, you'll just hear me say Law figure, Law figure, Law figure, because this is a Law shrine. Okay, and right at the center, these three sitting Law figures. This one, as well as the half-naked one at the side, they are both third-party resins. But even though they are third-party resins, I also got the official PVC one by Mega House. Kinda bought these two third-party resins because I felt the composition of having the three of them sit together looks pretty cool like this. Yeah. So yeah, this resin, even though it's third-party, I'm not gonna sell them. I think this is a really nice idea to keep for this shelf. Right at the corner, two prize figures of Law, one in the male and the other in the female form. Even though they are both from like different prize figure series, I think the size-wise looks pretty good because the female law is kind of smaller than male law, which makes sense. Whether it's realistic or not in the anime, I don't know. I just like how these two looks together. Lastly, at the bottom row, this Kid Maximum. Yeah, I just put Kid here because we do need one Kid and one Luffy in this law shrine, so there we go. Yeah. Couple of Mighty Jack's figures of law. Yeah, I collect everything law, so even Mighty Jack's blind box figures. Yeah. This card is authentic, if you're wondering. It's a gift from my best buddy, best case scenario, so really thankful that he gave me this card. Oh, this is my custom. Oh, his sword dropped. Yeah, anyway, this is my custom Nendoroid door of law. The eye decals are actually done by yours truly, so yeah. The eye decals kind of look a bit poor quality, but I think from far he looks pretty accurate. And next to that, I have this little Polar Tank blind box toy. It's a toy because it actually moves. Yeah, you can roll this around. And right at the center at the bottom shelf is this, again, law resin. Again, I don't really support third-party resins that much, but for law, I collect everything, even third-party resins, so yeah. As long as he looks good, and this one does look really good, I'm definitely gonna keep him. Right at the corner, at the end of this shelf, is this fake. I must emphasize, this is fake. This is not real. But there is a real incense burner by Neighborhood, which you can only buy at the One Piece base shop. But back then, I had no idea how to get it, so I managed to find this third-party fake replica of that incense burner. However, the good news is my proxy managed to get one authentic one for me, so that's coming in future. In the meantime, I have this fake one over here. So how this is gonna work, the real one will be in the shelf, and the fake one will be next to me on my table, so I can grab onto him as and when I want. Yeah, because it's fake, so it's fine. I don't mind if it's dirty or what, but the real one has to be in prime condition, so it's gonna take the spot over here. Yes, so don't support third party as long as you can find the authentic one. And even though I bought the fake one, I actually bought the real one as well. So I'm supporting the real artist, okay? Don't blame me for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this law shrine. Moving down is another law shrine. Okay, so right now my law Sumi is over here. He's sitting here by himself for a pretty long time because I've been waiting for the other law Sumi, which is the Ikigai version. Sadly, I got that from Akimomo, and Akimomo is taking a pretty damn long to ship that one out. Yeah. The Ikigai version was actually released like last year, so it's already in the middle of this year and I'm still chasing them. Hopefully they deliver and I get him soon. Yeah, because I still need to figure out how to plan the composition of this shelf with both the Sumi law figures. Yeah, it may have to become a law plus something else shrine because there's a lot of gaps in this one. As you can see, there are 3 scale figures here which are kinda hanging out until I find their box first. This one is the Pelicanos, I think that's the name. Stunning art piece. Don't know the source, but she looks really cool. And below her, my one and only Uma Musume figure, Aishin Flash. Yeah, I think she dropped in the aftermarket. And I'm guessing it's because people are pretty worried about the leaning issue for this one. Honestly, she's pretty good. She's been standing like this for a pretty long time and Still don't see any sagging or leaning. So yeah, Fat Company did a pretty good job for this one. Beside that, this one, I forgot the name of this character, but it's from the So What, I'm a Spider anime or manga. I mean, it's from a light novel originally. And I kind of have this one because the spider, half human concept is just amazing. Yeah. She was originally in the Monster Witch shelf, but as you can see, it's kind of full now, so I need to figure out a place to put her. But if I've got no space, I kind of need to sell her, so we'll see. Right at the back over here, last in this shelf, this Manga pop-up parade. Yeah, I really like this one, but I think I might have to sell her because, again, no space. We'll see. So yeah. Oh, one more thing. If you're curious about these colorful risers at the back, I've not figured out where to use them, but I thought they were pretty cool because of how vibrant the colors are. I picked this up from IKEA and they're actually metal. Yeah. So because this is a random shelf, I'm using it for storage for now. And that's pretty much it for this. Last for this row, Rengoku. Yep, my Rengoku shrine. Again, emptying out because I'm clearing some of the figures. Now right at the back, I've got a couple of Rengoku acrylic stands, which honestly I think I might have to let go because for acrylic stands, their bays are ridiculously big. Alternatively, I may have to find from Daiso alternative acrylic stand holders to sort of just hold up the acrylic stands themselves and keep these little plastic bases, which are ridiculously big. If I can find something that can hold up such a big acrylic stand, I may not have to sell them. So we'll play by ear for that. I mean, I really want to keep these two Rengoku. One is in the anime style, the other one is in the line art style, and both are really nice acrylic stands. Nice and big. Anyway, right smack at the center, my Akaza Masterlize figure. Yeah, this is such a majestic big figure and I love it so much. Recently, I played the latest Upper Moon 2 Kuji and yeah, spent quite a bit, but I got Doma. Both the C prize and the last prize, so I'm gonna have to sell one of it, but I'm gonna keep one Doma for the shelf. Yeah, so he can go with Akaza. On the lower shelf, Rengoku, 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 baby Rengoku, and Rengoku right at the center. This is his offering, my bowl of ramen for the dead guy. Yeah, an offering. Okay, yeah. Anyway, besides Rengoku, I've also got a Tengen figure here because I do like this guy. Just not as much as Rengoku, but yeah, I do like this guy. And this is definitely the best figure of him because it's the only figure of him with his hair down. Okay, so the best figure of Tengen. Not like we have any other options. You know, after the Demon Slayer figures been pretty badly in the aftermarket, all the figure companies pretty much stopped making any other characters from Demon Slayer, which is pretty sad. Like we have the Outer Shinobu, Kanao, and Gyu, but after that they stopped making anymore. I hope Outer continues the line because an Outer Tengen figure will be so sick. Muichiro as well. Yeah, just do those two and I promise I'll buy Outer, please. Okay, anyway, bottommost of this shelf, just a tutu train from the Mugen train. It's a little plushie to put little plushies in. Isn't it like adorable? And once again, at the bottommost, more lookup figures. There are gaps in between because I've kept some of the lookup figures already. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this shelf. Oh, right. There's one more guy up here. Right at this corner. In this perfectly sized shelf for this one figure. This is the Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit. You know, the rabbit that's always running around. This is the concept this figure is based on, and this is by Mythos from the Fairy Tale line. This guy actually been in the aftermarket when he kind of first released. I'm not sure how he's doing right now, but I have no idea why he's been in the aftermarket. This is such a beautiful, beautiful art piece by Mythos. So if you are on the fence for this one, I highly recommend it, especially if you can find him for the bean price. Mythos quality is just up there, and this is a really, really unique piece, especially the way they frame this figure. Yeah, he's never gonna move from this spot. I'm never gonna sell him, and it's also because he fits perfectly over here. So yeah. Okay, that is pretty much it for this 4 big shelf I have over here. I mean, this is just half of what I have, so let's move on to the other half. Alright, we are now into the second half of my collection shelf, and let us start off with this column right over here. It's pretty much the same setup. A couple of figures are missing because they're in the box. Yeah, anyway, first up, right at the top, my Shiro shrine. Yeah, this is where I pretty much put all my Shiro figures, and I have a lot of them. Shinobu and this Mononoke over here, they are not supposed to be in this shelf, but they are hanging out here for now because I need to keep them in the box, so yeah. Anyway, this Shinobu is just a stunning, stunning figure. Outer should really just continue the line of their Demon Slayer figures. I love it so much. Okay, anyway, the Shiros. Right at the back, yeah, that's not Shiro, that's Shuvi, but still looks the same. I have both these Shuvi figures. I really love this character a lot. Next to them, a Shiro figure. This is the tuck-up version by Fat Company. Below that, another Shiro figure. I think this is one of the latest one by Fat Company, if I'm not wrong. I mean, Fat Company, although their reputation is kind of bad, they somehow do Shiro figures justice, so yeah. Trustworthy if it's a No Game No Life figure. Next is this combination of Shuvi and Shiro, also by Fat Company, and this one is part of their premium line, so quite pricey. I mean, you're getting 2 figures for the price of 1, so yeah. Next is this Izuna. I think that's Izuna. Yes, Izuna. Izuna little figure by Union Creative. I mean, Union Creative, it's kind of overpriced if you ask me, but it's Izuna, so yeah. And yeah, the Mononoke little noodle stopper figure. This one I got from Japan. So he's just hanging out here while waiting for his box to arrive. Next up, this one is probably my favorite Shiro figure. Good Smile Company did this, and yeah, not Good Smile Shanghai, but the Good Smile Company. That's why you can see how amazingly colored this one is. She looks a lot more amazing from the back. Like, look at the hair. That is just so dynamic, and the colors are just so stunning. And again, Shinobu. This one is by Outer. Outer's quality is really top-notch. Definitely my favorite figure of her from all the other figures that she has out there. Yeah. And lastly, this Shiro from Eastream. Yeah, the Alice in Wonderland Shiro. I think the concept is really, really creative because she's like sitting on a book. Oh, and yeah, Zoro, actually he belongs in this shelf because he's kind of lost. He's forever in my Shiro shelf because I think it's quite funny. Anyway, that's pretty much it for my No Game No Life shelf. Moving down. Okay, this is where Shinobu was supposed to be. So yeah, this is kind of my Japanese theme or China dress theme shelf. So starting from the back, we have one Shiro here because she's in the kimono outfit. This is by Furio. Quite expensive for what you're getting, but I mean it's just Furio. On the same row, there's another Mononoke figure, and this one is by Kotobukiya, the latest one that they have. If you ask me, I feel he's kind of overpriced. Hopefully he drops in the aftermarket, I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, glad to have him regardless. Moving down, my Hitsugaya figure. Yes. I'm thinking of moving him to the One Piece shelf where we have Naruto, One Piece, and hopefully all my Bleach figures can fit in there. But we'll see. I'll need to see how to lay everything out properly. And right at the center over here, this was where Shinobu was, together with Giyu and Kanao. Yeah, I have all the outer figures from Demon Slayer. I mean, if they continued the line, I would continue buying to complete the set. Yeah, all the Hashiras and the main junior Demon Slayers, I suppose. Oh wait, maybe I won't. I'm not really interested in getting more Tanjiro figures, so yeah. But this Giyu, this one is a figure that was actually re-released. Yeah. I got the original one, and surprisingly he went up in the aftermarket even though a lot of Demon Slayer figures been. I mean, after the second movie, the franchise just became crazy and everyone wanted a Giyu figure, so his price shot up way too much in the aftermarket, but Outer did everyone justice and re-released him. So yeah, you can still find him for a good price. Next is, this is a little Maple Story minifigure which my friend sort of won for me. Yeah, there was a Maple Story event in Singapore and we had to spend a minimum amount of money to join this raffle, and the raffle is random, so even if you spend the money you may not even get the chance to win this figure. If I'm not wrong, that was what happened. But somehow my friend managed to get it, and yay, I got this Maple Story figure. I really want more Maple Story figures. They are so adorable, and I really love this game. Unfortunately, it's really hard to get because these are only available in Korea and I don't know how to buy stuff from Korea. If anyone has a proxy service that's reliable for Korea, do let me know in the comments below because I'm really curious. Anyway, this guy is sitting above my Nezuko popcorn holder. Yes, this box, it's a popcorn holder, and this was from the USJ back when Demon Slayer had some pop-up there or something like that. Yeah. I mean, I remember when this girl first came out, everyone was just entering USJ to queue for this popcorn bucket, and it sold out really fast, but I managed to snag one off Mercari or Yahoo auctions or somewhere, but yeah, I managed to snag one. And she is so adorable. The size is so nice because you can pet her. Okay, that's that. On the last row, this Kobayashi figure. Oh my gosh, I forgot your name. Kana, yes, Kana. Her name is Kana. I know she was re-released and she kind of been in the aftermarket, but I got her at a kind of aftermarket price back then. But no regrets because this is one of the most beautiful kimono designs I've ever seen. Wonderful work by Furio. Next up, a Sonico figure. My favorite Sonico figure, to be honest. The China dress looks so good on her. Yeah. And down here, another Izuna figure. Izuna don't get much figures, so any figure of her that comes up, I definitely want to get her. Fat Company should just continue doing some for Izuna instead of just always Jibril and Shiro. So yeah. Okay, last on this shelf. Now this is a figure which I can never remember the name for because I remember it's a very strange name, but the reason why I got her is because I thought she would look really good together with this Sonico figure. They're both in very similar style China dress, and somehow they just look really good together. So yeah, that's why I got these two. And this one actually got an re-release. She was pretty expensive in the aftermarket and I paid that ridiculous price for her. And then after that she got released, so yeah. But that's pretty much the lesson I've learned over the years of collecting. Never pay high for an aftermarket figure. Just wait for a re-release. It will eventually come, yeah? Okay, that's it for this Demon Slayer shelf. On to the bottommost row. Okay, now this one is also a bit of a mixed match of random things, but I was trying to make this one more like a nostalgic series kind of shelf. So like the nostalgic series, the nostalgic look, that type of figures will be here. That's why you see my Nana figures, both of them are here. Yeah. I mean, we don't get much figures of Nana, so these two were quite a surprise when they were announced. Yeah. Stunning, stunning pieces. And this is real netting. You don't see this quite often on figures, so that's a really nice gimmick. Right at the center, yeah, I have a little farm, or whatever you call this for Miffy. I don't know if you know, but I quite like Miffy as a character. Not really Sunreal fan, but Miffy is the mascot for me. I like Sunreal, don't get me wrong, but I think Miffy tops it off. Then this one is from a little blind box. I somehow managed to pull this plane as well as this tree, and I think they look really nice together, especially when they're beside this little house with the grass carpet. I don't know, this little setup is just quite cute for me. But I may have to move them out eventually, because once this shelf becomes full of figures, they've got nowhere to go, and that's a problem for future me to deal with. Anyway, at the back over here, this little Sakura Nendoroid together with this playground. Now this one is actually a jewelry holder, but I think it looks nice as a display piece. Yeah. I'm hoping to get more Sakura figures, at least one more, but I'm waiting for this one, a really old one by Kotobukiya, which I'm just gonna show on the screen here. I hope they re-release that one. They come up with so many interesting Sakura figures, but that one, I still really want that one as the one and only piece. Although the new one that was announced with Kiro, yeah, that one is quite tempting as well. But I don't know, we'll see once it's painted. Anyway, over here I also have my Gintoki Kuji figure. Probably one of the best Gintoki figures there are. If only Mai didn't have this like rough patch on his hair. I think it's just a QC issue. Other people wouldn't have this issue, but I'm just the unlucky one that scored it. Over here is this little cute vinyl toy from the same Kuji. So these two are from the same Kuji set. I mean, the vinyl toy is actually random, so quite lucky to have gotten him. Next up, behind I have some Snap Collection Dragon Ball figures. Honestly, the main one I want is this guy, but for some reason, I missed the pre-order for the first round, and I still wanted a Snap Collection figure, so I got this one. Then after that, this guy got re-released, so I then ordered him as well. But I kind of only want one, so I might want to sell Bulma, so yeah, we'll see. Because actually this is quite an affordable figure for what you're getting. All that details I think was under $80. Really good price. Compared to this one, now this guy is super expensive, but quite worth it because it's so iconic looking. Behind these two, I have this Horo figure from Shaman King. Yeah, Shaman King is like super old, and Horo is my favorite character from this series. So even though this Kotobukiya figure pretty much been in the aftermarket, I still really like this figure because it's Horo. We really don't get much figures from this series. And I also don't think there's enough fan base for figure companies to like invest in making more figures of them. Anyway, right at the center, I have this something like a Lego, but it's not Lego. But it's like this is the Singapore Dragon Playground, which you find at Toa Payoh. A very iconic playground if you ever visit this place. Yeah, I mean back then when the architect designed this playground, the idea was for playgrounds with a theme of encouraging fantasy play, so like imaginative play. That's why when you see the older playgrounds around Singapore, we've got very random shapes, like dragons, for example. There's also a penguin, and there are also ships. So these are like sort of like images that sort of encourages children to be creative as they play. So it's like for a dragon, maybe the kid can be imagining, oh, I'm a knight and I'm going around to slay this dragon. You know, that kind of fun, imaginative play. And that was the idea for the architect back then when he was designing this sort of tiled playgrounds. And a lot of these playgrounds today are still being preserved, especially this one. This is like the most iconic tiled playground in Singapore, and there's a history behind it. Yeah. So I really like this icon. So every time I see images or graphics or much of this playground, this specific playground, I like to get some of it, and this little Lego piece is part of that. Anyway, oh yeah, I have this Snap collection. Wait, that's Booma. What's her name? Or is this Booma? Oh my gosh, I'm mixing up this one and that girl. Okay, never mind, I forgot both their names anyway. Oh. Yeah, Snap collection Dragon Ball figure. Again, probably want to sell her because I already got this masterpiece. Yeah, but we'll see. In front of her, I have this Hestia figure. I got her from a trade. So by Kotobukiya. Quite a wonderful piece actually, even though I feel she's kind of small. I quite like the props that she comes with, like the apples. These apples that's in this like storage box, they're all removable. So if you want to do any photography work with this little basket of apples, I mean, it's quite flexible since they're all loose. Oh, and down here I've got a couple of these vegetable fairies, I think that's what they're called. So these are like the mushrooms. The most iconic one is this cabbage dog. And here are two other animals, which are like onions and corn. I like the concept of this vegetable fairy thing. So they are kind of next to Hestia, who's like trying to sell apples. Yeah, that's the setup over there. Anyway, behind this is Idolmaster. I think Idolmaster figure which I got from Japan. And the reason why I even bought her is because she was super cheap back then. Yeah, that retro style is quite fitting for this shelf, so she's hanging out over here. And that was the last figure for this shelf. Yeah, as you can see, it's also pretty empty because I've cleared out some figures, but originally this shelf was pretty empty to begin with. I didn't have a lot of retro figures, and once the Sakura figures start coming in, it'll probably become full, so yeah. Anyway, down over here, yeah, my Law and Korra figure together with Narumi. Hoshina used to be right next to him, but he's back in the box, so yeah. Okay, that is pretty much it for this shelf. I'm right at the top. Yep, nothing is there because I've already cleared out. The Jibril 1/4 and the Shiro 1/4 used to be up there, so they've already moved back in their box, yeah. But right next to that, oh, I don't know if I need to censor that, but yeah, Raita's figure and Saitom's, Sakiyama's figure is over there. So two of the OC characters are up there. Right at the center, that's Marnie. Third party resin, stolen art, I don't recommend it. I'm trying to sell her, but yeah, what really caught me for that resin is actually the chair, but she's stolen art, so I don't recommend it. It's by Sakimi-chan if you're curious, so do check her actual artworks out. I've collected all her art books, pretty much all her art books, and I've also got a lot of her prints. So I really love this artist, but I don't recommend buying the stolen art resin statues from anyone for this company. Yeah, from her. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's that at the top. Now let's move on to this shelf over here. Okay. Okay, I've been talking for quite a long, so I'm quite tired right now. Anyway, this used to be my forest shelf. Actually, it's still my forest shelf. Like the figures, they're all sitting on trees. They are pretty much here. Except the Haikyuu boys. I need to figure out where to put the Haikyuu boys. Yeah. Right at the back, Nanachi. This is my favorite figure of Nanachi, so this one with the fishing rod. It's been re-released once, so I'm not sure if you can still find this at a good price, but definitely one of the best pieces of Nanachi out there. And in front, this one is a Taito figure. I believe it's Taito. And the main reason you want this figure is because of Mitty. Like, come on, this is just so adorable. I also have this one by, I think it was Good Smile Company. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but yeah, one of the rare figures where Nanachi and Mitty are together. This is just so adorable. There's a new season for Made in Abyss coming up and I'm looking forward to it, even though I know it's going to be so painful to watch. Anyway, here I also have my Attack on Titan figures because they are on trees. Yeah, so suitable for this forest shelf that I have over here. I've also got a couple of Attack on Titan chocos which are from the Kuji set. And next to that, yeah, Cubone Skull. Together with Cubone Skull, there's also this Bulbasaur, and this is from like a artist that I found at one of those local conventions. I mean, it's 3D printed, but I think it's quite artistic looking. Okay, next up, we have Klee. I was originally planning on selling this Genshin Impact figure, but the more I looked at her, the more she grew on me, so she's still here on the shelf. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever sell her. She's really quite adorable actually. Moving down, Oberon. Now this one, a stunning piece by Alter. And even though I bought this one on impulse, I really like it. I have no regrets spending that ridiculous amount of money on this figure. He was really expensive, but you can see why. It's like super detailed. Besides Oberon, I have these two Kuji figures from Haikyuu. And I believe I recorded this back then as a video. Now these two are from a buyout, a 6-ticket buyout. So it's like super worth the price. And I think I also had a discount where the shop had a discount back then when I bought this out. So got these two for a super good deal. That's why they're here. Yeah. Next to them, this is the Hunter figure from Bikini Warriors. Stunning piece, but a pain to assemble. Especially this cape. Like once you put the cape on, it's very difficult to slot the arms in. Such an annoyingly difficult figure to assemble. Yeah, so word of caution if you're planning to pick this one up. In front of her, I have this elf figure. Yeah, I mean the Vertex elf line is such a creative and genius idea of getting collectors to collect the whole set, but I'm not falling into that rabbit hole. I'm only gonna pick up the ones which I really like, and this girl with this bow is one of them. Yeah, I mean figures with bows are just somehow look really nice, and especially I have these two, so they look really good together. Yeah. Oh, and as and when you see like all these little Attack on Titan acrylic stands, now these are from the Kuji set. I quite like, even though this is like the small price, I quite like how they are designed because they're actually supposed to hold up books. Like you put them side by side like that to hold up some books, but I don't think they're strong enough to do that. So right now I have them scattered around my Attack on Titan figures to like, you know, interact with him. And it's kind of fitting, especially when you see that like kicking the tree and then on top is like Levi. So yeah. And this is like my favorite figure of Levi. I wish they did more, but yeah. I kind of regret not picking up the other one by Kotobukiya, but that one was a little bit bloodied and I didn't want a bloody figure, so I'm fine with what I currently have. Yeah. Behind him, another Levi acrylic stand. This one is also from the same Kuji as like these two. So he looks so good. That's why I kind of want him. Okay, next, Bokuto is here. Kind of together with these other two Haikyuu figures, but his base is ridiculously big, so that's annoying. Other than that, this figure, even though it's a Kuji price figure, it's actually quite well made. I like that it's not those like glossy, cheap looking plastic. This one is a matte finish and I think the paintwork is pretty neat for a price figure. Yeah. Okay, next we have another acrylic stand here hanging out with this Plantopia figure. This one I bought through the Kickstarter. Really expensive, but the extra goodies that I got from the Kickstarter are quite nice, especially all the behind the scenes artworks. This is by Lam, the artist which I quite like, and I'm hoping that he continues to do more of this sort of OC characters because he's a really good artist. Yeah. Anyway, moving down. Okay, this is my tea time shelf. Yeah. And the main focus of this tea time shelf is actually the girls hanging out at the back, having a tea party. Like Beatrice, Amelia, and Echidna, they're part of the same set, this tea party series by Furyl. And then next to that, I have Ram and Ram. Both of these are by Good Smile Company, so they're not of the same set, but for some reason they look so good together, like as a set. I know for the tea party set there is a corresponding Ram and Ram, but I prefer the Good Smile ones. Yeah, like if you're looking for a Ram and Ram figure, you have to get the ones by Good Smile. I think you can still find them at a pretty decent price. Yeah, so these two form up my tea party shelf. And right smack in the middle, this Miku Nendoroid, of course. Together with the tea party, at the corner I have this tea time cat. And I really like this specific one because of the teapot. It is actual ceramic, like legit ceramic. So you can actually put some hot water and tea in there. But I'm just gonna use it for display. Yeah. Oh, and right over here, I forgot about these little guys. My little Hanako chibi figures. They are so cute. I swear we need more figures from this series. Like, where's Nene? We have Hanako price figure, but don't have Nene. So that's kind of sad. Okay, right at the other end, I have another Nanachi figure with Miti. And this time they are making bread. They're running a little bakery, and I think it's quite fitting over here because the bread can be used to serve the tea party, right? Yeah. Okay, anyway. Here, another two Hanako little chibi figures. Yeah. I mean, we were not getting any figures from this series, so I had to settle with these little chibi guys. Oh, by the way, this is actually Ram's weapon that came with the figure over there, but I didn't want to put it back in the shelf, I mean the box, so I kind of left it here as part of the display together with this acrylic, I don't know, gear looking display thing. And this is, I got this from Japan, and the idea is for you to put in one of your favorite acrylic stands to sort of like frame him up. And I kind of find this Hitsugaya one, which is so tiny, to be quite fitting for this display. Yeah. It's quite a nice idea if you ask me. Japanese really come up with the most interesting things. Okay, anyway, this one. Oh my gosh, what is the name? Erimo, yes. This is a figure designed by Erimo, and I really hope they continue more. This is a strawberry shortcake girl, and there is more of these like concept figures coming up, but we haven't seen any prototypes yet. I mean, it's been years, so hopefully we see some progress eventually. Yeah. And lastly, in this shelf, two Nekopara figures. Actually 4, but they kind of come as a set. Now this is Chocolate and Vanilla. Honestly, I wanted the one by Native, but those are so expensive in the aftermarket now. So I settled for these two instead. And rightfully so, because these two are kind of the same scale as these two which are by Native. Yeah, maple and cinnamon, and oh my gosh, I forgot to censor you. But anyway, yeah, maple and cinnamon, these two. The sad thing about the Native maple Necopara figures is that you can't censor them. Yeah, they didn't put magnets in their like bras, so it's really annoying. Like now it's very hard to film like this. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, anyway, I got these four because I think they look really nice together. But I might have to rejig this shelf to see how to put them better. Like I think these two should be in front of these two rather than the other way around. So yeah, once I renovate this shelf, it's gonna be rejig. And okay, anyway, this is Alice acrylic stand, which I like. Yeah, I think from Nikkei, Alice is one of my favorite characters from this game. Oh, and over here is a Gyu framed up. This is actually a bonus postcard which I got for buying the Blu-ray set from Ufotable. Yeah, and together with this card, there's actually a scratch card at the back to join a lottery. And in that lottery, you stand a chance to win, I think, the plushie or some other merch. And for myself, one of the cards that I got, which actually is not this one, is another card which I've already found up. Anyway, that card won me this photo frame. Yeah, this frame, as ridiculous as it sounds, this is actually a lottery prize from this scratch card. And basically the idea is that you frame up these postcards which they gave you, and it's like perfectly sized. Yeah, I've been sure I put Gyu in here because I think Gyu looks really good. And I wanted to put this like behind the Gyu figure that you see over here, but yeah, that didn't happen, so this is over here right now. Anyway, moving down. Okay, this one. What was this? Oh yes, this is my swimsuit and school shelf. Yeah, the Haikyuu boys were supposed to be here, but I was trying to figure out how to fit them. Anyway, I'm gonna keep everyone in a box, so that's for future me to deal with. So in this shelf, I have more Shiro figures, of course. Yeah, because it's like the swimsuit shelf. So the bathing Shiro, which is quite controversial, is here, together with this Izuna figure. Again, a rare figure of Izuna, which we should get more of. Yeah. This one is by Aquamarine, if I'm not wrong. So, unfortunately, Aquamarine is gone. Yeah, if you're a new collector, you probably never heard of them before, but they're a very old figure company, which mainly does like swimsuit type of figures. Yeah, and this one is one of them. Actually, quite good, right? They are actually pretty good. So it's quite surprising that they died. Oh wells. Anyway, next to them, this Shugochara figure of Ami. Amu. Yeah. It was such a throwback when they announced this figure, and there are more coming up. But I'm not gonna collect a whole bunch of Amu figures. This is going to be the one for me. And they also announced the Ikuto figure. So I'm definitely gonna get him to pair up with her. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna get for Shugochara. Yeah. And at the same row, my Wakamo swimsuit is over here. Yeah. She's been in the aftermarket, guys, so if you are on a hunt for her, you should like totally get her now. I don't understand why she's been. Like, look at how gorgeous this is. Right? Okay. Anyway, behind, yep, Shiro again. I have pretty much all the Shiro scale figures there are. Except those from Primark Studio. I'm really not a fan of Primark Studio because of their QC issues. I mean, they are kind of hit and miss. Anyway, Shiro. And this one also pretty rare, by Aquamarine if I'm not wrong. It's a very simple and small figure, but the way she tied up her hair, now that is just so adorable. Yeah. Okay. Behind that, another Gintoki figure, but no, this is Ginpachi Sensei. He's not Gintoki, he's Ginpachi Sensei, okay? Okay guys, so don't mix them up. And then Toshiro, I forgot your name, man. I forgot your name. But anyway, this one is a figure that my friend won for me in Japan, so he's hanging out over here. I also have Okita, but he's back in the box. So he was actually like in this spot over here. Yeah, you can kind of imagine the composition going on here. Anyway, this is for my record, so I can put everyone back in the same place next time. Anyway, Shiro again. Okay, this is a historical figure. The whole reason why I started collecting was because of this figure. The very first figure I pre-ordered was her. I mean, I saw a Shiro. I love Shiro. And I was like, this is a really, really nice Shiro figure. So I pre-ordered her. I think it was on Solaris or Ami, I can't remember. But since then, she got me into this horrible rabbit hole, and look at what has become of my house. Like, the whole house is about my shelf, and it's all because of her. So she started something, and here she is. Never going to sell this figure because, wow, look at this Shiro. It's amazing, even though it's Fat Company. Yep, the only type of figures that Fat Company does well are the Uma Musume figures and the No Game No Life figures, so yeah. Okay, behind them, I have some like Korean BL acrylic stands. Yeah, totally random. I think we don't really get any figures of Korean manhwa or webtoons, if you call it that. And it's quite sad because some of these Korean stories are actually pretty good. And I've been reading more from Korea than from Japan recently. I know, sad to say, but it is what it is. So I'm hoping that somehow, someday, figure companies start doing more Korean webtoon figures. Yeah. Hey, we've got anime, like recently, quite a few anime like Solo Leveling. So maybe we'll have some hope in that area. Okay, I just realized she also needs to be censored, but anyway, yeah, this is what I have back here. Mako hanging out behind. This kind of figure which I need to censor, also hanging out over here. I forgot your name, girl. I really forgot your name, but you are really beautiful, so yeah. Oh. Okay, anyway, I have this Super Bunny right at the back, and also one of my first video reviews which I ever did. So quite a stunning piece. I think this figure is the original concept design for Alice from Nikkei. So that's why you can see some similarities in the design, like especially the pink bunny suit. Definitely one of my favorite figures, especially that bunny suit. It's got a pearlescent tint. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but it is so beautiful. Yeah. Next to her, these two are by Native, I believe. Green and pink. Yeah, that's literally what they're called. And I kind of like it because of the swimsuit. I mean, I think they've been in the aftermarket, but the swimsuit itself is really well detailed. So even though they've been in the aftermarket, I quite like this pair. Yeah. If you display them hadaka, it's like not as appealing as having them with the swimsuit on. So, and plus the water gun, that's a nice add-on. Okay, next to that, I have the teddy bear hunter over here. Oh my gosh, I forgot who this is by. Probably Native, I guess, I don't know. But this is quite a nice figure. Simple pose, simple like kind of bunny suit looking figure, but she's hunting teddy bears, so there are a couple of dead teddy bears like on the base. Interesting concept, I would say. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my neighbor's renovating, and if you hear that drilling sound, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. Anyway, here is Marin, the one and only Marin figure which I actually need. So yeah, I have this swimsuit one, but I'm trying to sell it because she just takes up too much space. It's not that she's bad, it's just that I've got no space. So I'm only keeping this one Mari and trying to sell the other one. So yeah. Beside that is this Sonico figure which I picked up from Japan for a really good price. yeah. Anyway, this is a title. Is this a title figure? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But this is a low budget figure, and sure, the paintwork could be a bit neater, but other than that, the colors are quite vibrant and nicely done, I would say, for the price. Okay, that's pretty much it for this shelf. At the bottom, I don't really have any more lookup figures because I don't have any more lookup figures. Yeah, basically it's just space for me to expand if I plan to get more. So for now, the Nendoroid boxes are hanging out over here. Okay, with these first two down, onto the last two columns of my shelf, and we can conclude this video. Okay guys, this is the last two columns of my shelf, and after that I can finally rest. Oh my gosh. Okay, up there is emptied out because I've already kept those figures in a box. But basically the top row of my shelf are all the 1/4 figures, whether they're the bunnies or the random like native bunnies or native figures. Basically all the big ones are up there because they're a lot easier to see if they're big, and especially at that height. So yeah, these two I've yet to keep, it's the Shiro and Stephanie bunny figure. So yeah, honestly I'm planning to sell the Stephanie bunny figure because I mean I like Shiro and Jibril, but Stephanie kind of annoys me. So yeah, I only got her because I wanted everything, but now I don't really need everything. So we'll see if I can sell that. Anyway, first, this shelf right over here. I think this is what it originally was, except Cha is actually supposed to be over here instead. Yeah. Oh, don't hit her. Okay. Yeah, this is my airplane shelf. Like all the pilot suits, the airplane, and kind of like race queen kind of stuff are all here. And I think the composition looks really good because this is a high shelf, so you're kind of looking at this from a low angle. And the way the planes are framing up all the figures at the back like that, I think it's quite nice, quite a nice composition. Anyway, this is for recording so that I know how to put it back the same way next time. Yeah, right at the back, Lina. You know, they should just re-release this figure at this point. She's so expensive right now. And we need a new season as well. So yeah, please, 86. We need more of these. This is a really good series, and if you have not watched it, what's wrong with you? You should like totally go watch it right now. This is a really good series. Yeah. Next to that, I have 3 airplanes. These are like model kit airplanes, but they're really easy to assemble. And the only reason why I bought this is because they are Demon Slayer themed. Yeah. I have all the Demon Slayer theme airplanes and even this Pokemon one over here. This one I bought on the Scoot flight. So yeah. Yeah, more Demon Slayer theme airplanes. Like totally random, but it's like so adorable because it's like Demon Slayer. And together with the planes, I also have like the Acrylicstands. And if you don't already know, I'm quite obsessed with Demon Slayer back then. Still am actually, but not as much. Okay, at the back, Ima's figure. This one, I don't really follow Ima's, but I really like this figure. Outer is like phenomenal. Even though I think she's not very expensive right now, this is still one of my favorite figures from this series. Yeah. Okay, what is this one from? Azaline, right? Azaline, am I right? Yes, Azaline. I forgot your name, girl. But yeah, I got this because she looks really good in this like royal queen outfit. And the selling point for Azaline to me is actually all the weapons that they come with. So I really like the older designs where it's a complete set with these sheet parts behind as their weapons. And to frame up this row together with her, I have Lamalin. Lamalin, right? Yeah, called Lamalin, right? I think I'm correct. So anyway, Lamalin. Similar theme as the other one, And both of them kind of frames up this shelf over here. So yeah, that was the idea for this row. And oh my gosh, okay, right smack at the center. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on your name right now, but yeah, Race Queen, Baltimore. Yes, Baltimore Race Queen. I like this figure mainly because it's blue, and the cap is so cute. So yeah, my only Race Queen figure, and she perfectly frames up this scene with the airplanes flying above her. Like, can you imagine what I'm seeing over here? Airplanes flying, Race Queen below, with the flag. I think this is a really one of my favorite composition for my shelves. Yeah. Next to that, another racing Miku. This one is the Thai version. Yeah, simple figure, but I think really well done. Like, it's simple enough. Yeah, captures Miku's really adorable look. Oh, and this is like some bonus item from 86. I think it came with the Nendoroid I got. Yeah, I didn't know where to put this, so I put this here. But I really like badges, but I really hate how they rust. Like, you see, it's kind of rusting, and I don't know how to deal with this. Yeah, there's nothing I can do even though I put this in the shelf. Any ideas? Any way to fix rust on badges? Yeah, please let me know. Anyway, okay, this is another racing Miku, and even though she's really expensive in the aftermarket, I don't recommend buying this unless it's like re-released. Mainly because she is such a pain to assemble. Like this umbrella, she's supposed to be holding the umbrella. Like you can see the hole on her knee over here. Like it's supposed to plug into this hole, but it's such a ridiculously small hole. How is this umbrella supposed to be supported off that hole? It just does not make any sense. So hence this umbrella is on the floor, and yeah, honestly I want to sell this figure mainly because she's not perfect. Yeah, the umbrella on the floor and the hole visible at the side, I think it's a no-go for me. Yeah, despite how expensive she was. Yeah, oh wells. And right smack at the center, my favorite Demon Slayer plane, because I mean, Rengoku's here. My favorite character from this series, so yeah. So he's right smack at the center over here. And then we have Bache right over here. I only have one Bache figure, even though there are like so many nice figures of her. And honestly, it's not because I don't like those figures, just that I have no space. I really want the one of her on the motorbike, but I really do not know where to put it. So for now, I'll just stick with one. Yeah. Maybe if the motorbike one drop in the aftermarket, then I'll get her. Okay, moving down. This is also one of my favorite shelves in my collection, which is my Egyptian theme shelf with some casino stuff around. Yeah. And the only figure that is no longer in this shelf is the one at the corner here, and if you see who's at the other side, you can kind of guess who's supposed to be there. Yeah, Bestet from Binding. So I've already kept her in the box, but the other side is Anubis. And these two are the re-release version, which is the bare leg ones. I mean, the ones with the stockings are really expensive, and honestly, I kind of prefer the bare leg ones because it kind of exposes their skin a lot more. And frankly, their skin looks gorgeous. So yeah, bare leg one for me. And right at the center, I have this Olga figure. I got the white one because she was with the re-release one. And honestly, I think it's working out better for my shelf. Right at the front, I have this stunning Sino resin figure. Yeah. I don't think we have a Sino figure. Oh wait, we actually do. But anyway, I got this resin one instead. I mean, he's a lot more manly in this form, so yeah. Next to that, I have this Himet figure. This is by Neko as well. Neko Maitos? I can't remember who's the manufacturer, but the artist is Neko. And there's other bunch of figures from this same lineup, but the one I really like is just this Egyptian one. I mean, she fits this shelf perfectly. And this one is a Maito's figure, which I've been on a hunt for quite a long time, but I managed to find her on Taobao, so really happy about it. And she wasn't like crazy expensive. She was more or less the original price, so I quickly picked her up before she was gone. Rightfully so, because this is such a stunning piece by Maitos. And if you see and find this a bit familiar, well, this is because she's also the same artist that did this Miku figure that was recently re-released. You know, that very traditional looking design Miku? Yeah. That one I'm quite tempted to order, but I'm deciding against it because I already have this piece here. Drooling again. Okay, anyway. Over here is a Vox Nendoroid. You know, we still don't have a Vox figure. I mean, for a guy that's as showy as him, I'm curious why. Come on, Vox, you should do a figure of yourself. There's also this like mini sleeping chibi figure of him over here. So yeah, Vox is just hanging out over on the shelf. Besides anime figure, I have this League of Legends figure which got from Korea. Yeah, I mean, the quality is so-so, but I think from far she looks really cool. Like this pirate theme that's going on. Not a very expensive figure as well, so yeah. Beside that, this is where my other Vertex figure is. I know I should have put them together, but for some reasons, the assassin looks nicer on this shelf because of the gold and silver armor that she has. Yeah, and these two are the only Vertex figures which I have. Will I get more? I have no idea. Because despite how amazing they look, Vertex figures are really expensive as well. And if you're gonna get them, you should get them with the bonus faceplate, like of course. And that kind of drives up the price, but it's well worth it, yeah. And right at the front, I have this 10 count figures by Freeing. Now these two are the re-release ones, so I'm not sure how they're doing in the aftermarket. I think they've been for a period of time, but right now I'm not sure. Anyway, BL stuff is kinda lacking in the market, so yeah, that's why I picked these two up. And lastly, we have St. Louis and oh, what is your name? I don't know, but the angry girl from Blue Archive. Yeah. Okay. St. Louis is 1/7 scale. This girl this girl is 1/7 scale. St. Louis is 1/6 scale. Despite the scale difference, for some reason they look like they're the same size. Am I right? It's not just me, right? And wait, your name is Neru, right? Okay, anyway, she is supposed to be a loli character, so it's ridiculous how a 1/7 scale seems to be the same scale as a 1/6 scale, even though she's a loli character. But not that I'm complaining, because despite the mismatching scale, these two look pretty good together. Yeah, hence I have them side by side like that. Yeah. Okay, so if you're wondering how these two fare up on the shelf, yeah, they are a perfect match, yeah. Okay, lastly, down to the bottommost shelf. This is where my streetwear shelf is, and it's kind of cleared out, but from the Radio Eva figures you can see at the back, you can kind of guess what used to be here. Yeah, all the Radio Eva figures are here. I have the set from the first batch and the second batch, and that's it. I'm not getting any more. There are just way too many. In fact, I'm thinking of selling some of the Radio Eva figures because I don't need so many Evangelion figures. Yeah, maybe just one of Asuka, and maybe I'll just keep all of Shinji because I really like Shinji. Yeah, that's your name, right? You're called Shinji, right? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, I really like this guy, so I'm probably just going to keep all his figures, and for the rest of them, I may sell all of them, except one Asuka. Yeah. So yeah, Radio Eva. There's also a Mari figure over here. Oh wait, Mari Nendoroid hanging out over here. Ray is at the back. Mari again. Okay, I might want to keep this Mari because her pose is just really creative. Yeah. And at this corner, my Grimjaw Ichiban Kuji figure. Yeah, I like Grimjaw. They re-released the Mega House figure of him and I totally picked that up. I hope they re-release Gin and Yoruichi as well. I kind of regret not pre-ordering those two, so hopefully they re-release them. Come on, Mega House, please do me some help. Okay, anyway, in front is this Miku figure. Lam, right? I think Lam did this one. And a stunning piece, as you can see. The colors are so vibrant, so this is quite up my alley, hence I picked her up. Okay, more Ray. Ray, I'm gonna move you to the back. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this one, another obstetrician M figure. And thankfully this one came in one piece. Yeah, so nothing was broken for this one. And behind Leonardo, yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs. We don't really get much figures of this guy. So this is probably his one and only figure, and I'm quite happy to have found him locally. Someone was selling him on Carousel back then and I grabbed him. Yeah. But the sad news is that this monkey is actually damaged. This guy is okay, but there's another alternative part which the pack broke off. So I guess that's why he was selling for cheap. But anyway, I plan to display him like this, so it's all good. Next is wait, no, you're not Shinji, you're Kaoru. Yes. Okay, I prefer Kaoru over Shinji, yeah? So I'm gonna keep more of his Kaoru's like figures. Anyway, I have his Nendoroid here together with Asuka. Yeah. Do I need their Nendoroids? Honestly, probably not. Maybe we'll sell them, but we'll see. If I can fit them on the shelf, then all is good. So yeah. Oh, and this is the little nail art that came with this resin figure. It's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Next up, another Saiton piece. Lufia. Yes, Lufia. She kind of been in the aftermarket, so if you like this figure, you can pick her up. The main issue is actually the way her finger is not touching her like mouth or nose or wherever it was supposed to be. So people are kind of annoyed by that, but honestly, she looks fine. Still quite a beautiful piece. And I've kept her on this base for quite a while. So has there been any color transfer? Not that I can see any. So leaving her on this red color base shouldn't be an issue, I guess. And lastly, Shinji, just hanging out that corner over here. So that's pretty much it for my fashionable streetwear shelf. Yeah, it's more or less cleared out, but you can kind of imagine what used to be here. At the bottommost row, Nendoroids. Again, space for expanding my lookup collection. And over here, more Nendoroid boxes. Also, some empty spaces for me to store some of my other Nendoroid boxes. I should move some of them here. Okay, let's move on to the final shelf. This is my mecha shelf. Yes, all the mecha looking things are here, and it's also been cleared out because I cleared some space. Yeah, my other Baltimore figure used to be here, but she's moved out and now this is what's left. I still need to find a box for this so I can keep this ridiculously big base. This is actually from the Jibril in the other shelf, the sitting down Jibril in the other shelf. And I didn't use the base because it's so ridiculously big. Like, look at that. I don't think I should use it. I really just don't have space for this. Yeah. Anyway, Xenoblade. Yeah. I got this Mitra and what's your name? I forgot. I know Mitra and something, but yeah, these two, I got these two. even though I don't play Xenoblade, but you can see why. It's such a detailed piece of figure, and that pretty much explains why these two sort of went up in the aftermarket. I'm not sure how they're faring now, but I mean, if they go up, they'll probably re-release them, so yeah. Anyway, oh wait, no, Baltimore is still here. Okay, I moved her up, so now I can't remember who is like below here. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, Shuvi used to be here. You know, the mecha looking Shuvi? Yeah, she used to be the centerpiece over here. So Baltimore is at the back. Oh my gosh, how could I'm so blind. Anyway, yeah, Baltimore. I quite like how she looks. And in front of her, I have this like Gundam seat blind box figures. I have the hidden Kira, so if you can't really see, yeah, that's the hidden Kira. Totally random, but super lucky. I kind of wish it was a hidden Atron instead, but it is what it is. I'll just take whatever I get. Anyway, here I have the Eden Zero. Yes, Eden Zero figures. They've been in the aftermarket, but that's only because the fan base is kind of small. Honestly, I really like the fairy tale artist stuff, so when they announced these two figures, I definitely had to get them, even though they've been in the aftermarket. Yeah. Anyway, I got the ones with the bonus items, so it's better to pre-order Kotobukiya bonus items in advance rather than hunt for it later. Yeah. Together with Eden Zero, I also have a couple of Lucy like pop-up parades here. We don't get much figures of Lucy, so for some reason the pop-up parade line actually did her pretty well. Yeah. There's also one more at the corner over here. Yeah. Rebecca and Lucy looks quite similar, if you ask me. Anyway, I have this what is this from? Overwatch or League of Legends, I don't remember, but this robot thing looks so cute. Like there's a cat in this capsule and it's like screaming for help. So yeah, I got this from Korea as well. I don't know the source material, but I just like how it looks. Okay, yeah. Behind is this Gundam from a Kuji set. Yeah, it's not a model kit that I assembled. It's a Kuji figure, so I cheated on that, but I quite like it. I actually also had the Gundam seat, price from this set as well, but I sold it because the wings were too big and I couldn't fit it in the shelf. It's a space issue, not that I didn't like that figure, but I have no space, so hence I just kept one and sold the other one, which had way too big of a wings. Yeah. Behind Labubu, yeah, the only Labubu I have, I have the Law Labubu as well, but this is the only other one. Mainly because of the robot, yeah. Behind my Shiro figure, yeah, another Shiro figure, they are pretty much everywhere. And this one is by Kotobukiya. This girl got re-released so many times. Like, I don't know why, who's buying them, but not that I'm complaining. So yeah, if you want her, just wait for re-release. Kotobukiya is always re-releasing her for some strange reason. Okay, and at the back, I've got this Atron and Kagali acrylic panel. So you can kind of see who my ship is from this series, yeah. The way he looks at her is just so cute. And Kagali is like in her own world. Okay, anyway, Shuvi. Now this figure is not the first I ordered, but the first I received. So the very first figure I actually received is this Shuvi figure. So in a sense, No Game No Life kickstart my collection. Yeah. And this is a stunning piece. Like, look at how beautiful she is. Small, yes, but absolutely detailed. Right, companies should just maintain this sort of standard for all their figures in order to boost their reputation. Yeah. Okay, last at the corner, another Kotobukiya figure, also by but this is of Shuvi. So like Shuvi and Shiro at the back sort of pair up together like so. Yeah. They re-released Shiro, but they never re-released Shuvi, so it's kind of strange if you ask me. Okay, anyway, at the bottom, Final Fantasy Magitech armor. Totally random, but I found him at a pretty good price, so he's hanging out at the back over here. And that concludes my mecha shelf. Yeah. Okay, moving up. What was this shelf? Oh yes, this is like the, I don't know, all the figures which are kind of in work outfit or like, yeah, I don't know, work outfit shelf. Again, it's kind of mixed match of random figures that sort of look good together. Like especially these two, Sword Art Online and Mamako. Same fantasy theme going on, even though they're from different series. So they are gonna be put together. Okay, Ume should not be here, but never mind. He's just hanging out here for now, but yeah, this is a Ume Kuji figure which I got. And for a Kuji figure, they did him pretty well. We don't get any Windbreaker figures, and the ones that are currently out are super expensive in the aftermarket. I mean, the fan base goes hard, so they should just re-release them. Like, come on. Anyway, Owari is hanging out at the back over here. And I put her here mainly because she kind of fits this sweater obstetrician M figure over here, and if you can see the head on the floor, that's because she's broken. Yeah, this obstetrician resin figure did not meet the same fate as the other two because she was terribly broken and I haven't managed to fix her. Anyway, she remains broken for now. I don't know when, but I'll definitely fix her eventually. It's just a matter of time. Okay, next to that, this Nagumo figure, also a Kuji figure. Again, Sakamoto days, I don't think we have any scale figures from this series. Oh wait, Mega House may have one. Yeah, but Mega House is small, so probably smaller than this Kuji figure, sadly. Yeah. Okay, this is my Twisted Wonderland figure of Idia. The one and only figure of him, and definitely very expensive in the aftermarket now because it's Twisted Wonderland. I don't know if they will re-release this figure, but Aniplex doesn't really have the reputation to do so, especially not for the Twisted Wonderland series. They re-released the Nendoroids, but it was super exclusive. You can only get the Nendoroids from them, yeah, or something like that. So you need a proxy to even order it. So yeah, Twisted Wonderland has a huge fan base, but they are being so fussy. I don't know. They should just like appeal to the demand, like give more supply if they want to earn some bucks, you know. Anyway, right at the center of this shelf, Spy X Family. I know this tree been in the aftermarket pretty badly, but I still quite like it. My favorite Yor figure, in fact. This is probably the only one of her that's not a third-party resin in the better outfit, so she looks really good. And this Anya, I really like her even though she was super overpriced, and it's mainly because of the gun, yeah. And Lloyd, yeah, the only figure of him that probably got the face right. Every other figure of him messes up the face, so I don't know what's up with that, man. Yeah. And lastly, in this shelf, Saber, I think, Ultra Pentagon Outer, I don't know. I think that's her name. But basically, Saber face in a maid outfit. My favorite figure of her. Simple, yes, but this is so well done. Yeah. And framing her is this banana fish figure. Yeah. I think they from different series, even different scale, but for some reason the two of them look pretty good together like that. Oh, I also have the little Nendoroid of her, so she's just hanging out together with her figure here. Yeah. And that pretty much concludes this shelf. And if you're wondering about all these like Toji acrylic stands, these are Dojin acrylic stands from artists online. I can't remember who, but I'll try to share the name in the video. Yeah. I mean, doesn't he look handsome? Yeah. Toji, yes. Okay, anyway, that's that. Now the last shelf. Now this one used to be my, again, another kimono and China theme shelf. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of Miffy over here, hanging out at the corner. Shutan Doji, the zombie version. I quite like this figure. Yeah, very interesting concept. Best figure of her if you ask me. Yeah. And then these two. Crazy expensive now. This guy actually was holding a scarf, but I kept it in the box already. I was planning to keep these two in the box, but they are pretty difficult to put together, so I decided to just leave them as it is. So when I renovate this shelf, they'll just be sitting somewhere in the house. Yeah. Next to that is my Samurai Champloo little corner. Yeah. We only have pop-up parade figures of them. There are no scale figures from this series, which is so strange. So we'll just have to settle with this. And thankfully, for pop-up parades, these three are actually pretty well done. The paintwork is almost perfect. In fact, more or less perfect if you ask me. And the face sculpt is also accurate, character accurate for all of them. So despite the reputation of pop-up parades, these three are really good. Oh, okay, but they are pop-up parade L, so maybe that's why they are pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, Mugen's Nendoroid is here, and even though we have a Mugen Nendoroid, we still do not have the Nendoroid for these two. So yeah, what's up with that? Come on, man, just continue. He's been waiting for a really long time, guys. Yeah. Anyway, Hokusai noodle stopper hanging out over here. And I've got a couple of Rengoku and Tengen acrylic stands just hanging out over here as well. Yeah. This girl. Noshiro. Yes, Noshiro. Also from Azalin. Again with the amazing looking ship parts behind. I really like the older Azalin figures where they have all these ship components. So that's why I picked them up back then. Now the newer Azalin figures aren't really as appealing to me, so yeah. Besides that, I have this blue figure. Initially, I wanted these two to be like side by side to sort of complement each other. But even though they are the same scale, for some strange reason, blue looks way bigger. It's like she's almost 1/6 scale, like almost. So for 1/7 scale figure, she's bigger than what you expect. So just take note if you're interested in this figure. Yeah. Right smack at the center is this Wakamu figure. Re-released because she was super expensive in the aftermarket for really good reasons, and you can see why. Yeah. And finally, the last figure to go through, this Hokusai figure by Fat Company from the luxury line. As amazing as she looks, I think for the price that they ask, it leaves more to be desired. So that's all I can say about this figure. Yeah. And that is pretty much it. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty long video which I talk a lot and I really need a drink right now. But, oh wait, I'm not done yet. I still have an Nendoroid shelf to show you, so let's get to it. Okay, to end off this collection tour is this Nendoroid wall. Yeah, I don't think this was completed in my previous video, but here it is. The good thing about this Nendoroid wall is that it's not affected by my light renovation, so I don't have to move any of this. Anyway, this is what I have in this first shelf. No Game No Life, Oran High School, couple of Fate Grand Order stuff, actually just one. just this one Hokusai over here. Below that, Q. I think I have all of them except the two latest one in the transform version. Yeah, I don't have space for more, so I'm not gonna get those two. Below that, Narumi and Hoshina, of course. I have a gap over here for any future Nendoroid that I may have. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll definitely be getting more, but I need space for that. Maybe if Billy Kid has an Nendoroid, I'll be picking that up. For now, I only have Vaughn. Next to him, Idia from Twisted Wonderland. My favorite character from that show. No, from that game, yeah. Next to Idia is Mamako, and I'm still missing Chio. Yeah, not sure if we'll ever get an Nendoroid for her. Okay, right at the bottom, Fairy Tail and Haikyuu. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this shelf. On to the next one. Over here, Chainsaw Man, and this really funny setup which I have over here. It's like a giant cat shooting the Genji in a baby form. Yeah, totally random, but it's damn funny. And at the corner, some Attack on Titan little Nendoroid parts that's destroying a town. I mean, this one came with the Attack on Titan Nendoroid over here, so yeah. And that brings me to the rest of the Attack on Titan Nendoroids I have. I really like this series, so made it a mission to collect all of the Nendoroids, especially the ones with the capes. Yeah. Here I have some Naruto, specifically Itachi and Kakashi. Yeah. Topmost, ReZero as well as Pokemon. I really love these Lily Nendoroids. I wish they did more Pokemon Nendoroids. They are so adorable. Okay, that's it for here. Okay, on to the next shelf. First up, a whole bunch of Gojos in this first row. Yeah, I pretty much have all the Gojo Nendoroids. And for the Gojo Nendoroids, what's interesting is that they give this blindfold version as an additional spare component which you can swap out. And they give you the whole head. That gives you the opportunity to switch out the heads onto a different kind of body. So I've got these two bunny suits which I'm using for those alternative heads. Yeah, it totally suits him. Anyway, besides Gojo, we also have one Geto and Toge. Basically my favorite characters from this series. Upstairs, we have Prome, as well as Gurren Lagann. I love Studio Trigger, so any Nendoroid from them I will most likely get. Yeah, Kill la Kill included, but I already have so many Kill la Kill Nendoroids, so I'm not gonna get any more. Next I have these two Genshin Nendos. For Genshin, I think I'll just stick to these two. Yeah. And all the way up to the top, Demon Slayer. All the Demon Slayer Nendoroids I have. I think I have every single one of them. Except the Demon Nezuko, which I actually have but I'm planning to sell, so she's definitely not in the shelf right now. Yeah. I don't need so many Nezuko Nendoroids. Rengoku I need 3, so yeah, no choice. Rengoku needs all that space. I even have his little brother over here. In fact, the little brother Nendoroid is so expensive right now. Like, they should just re-release him. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it for this one. Now the last final Nendo shelf. I'm kind of sorry that there's this like light reflection appearing, but I don't really want to open the door for this shelf, so yeah, bear with it. Okay, bottommost, Frozen Maiden. Classic anime. Unfortunately, I'm thinking of selling these two because I want to make some space for future Nendoroids. Yeah, I really like these two and these two, but not so much these two, so yeah. By future expansion, I mean in the scenario, let's say they ever make a Nene Nendoroid, I'm gonna need space for her. So yeah, this is the very first Nendoroid I ever got. And I love him so much. He's so expensive right now, so they should really just re-release this guy. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for it. besides Hanako, Apothecary Diaries, of course, and this guy, forgot his name, but he's like the health caretaker or something like that. The art style is stunning, so I really like this show, this one, yeah. And 86, of course. These two are also pretty expensive in the aftermarket, so they should consider re-releasing Dina, yeah. Above them, a couple of Miku Nendoroids. I only have 3, so I'm quite proud of that. There are so many Miku Nendoroids, so it's good not to fall into that rabbit hole. Above that, Spy X Family. I mean, back then I was quite into the series, but now not so much. Considering selling these 3 if I can, yeah. And lastly, I have Bungo Stray Dogs. I also am considering to sell the topmost 4, but we'll see. Yeah. I do want to have at least one of each to represent the characters. Oh, and at the corner, Sayuki Nendoroid. They only made the monk, and I'm still waiting for the other 3 characters. Seriously, Good Smile, please continue the set so I can complete it. Okay, that's pretty much it for here. Oh boy, that was quite shack. I'm so tired to the point that I need to refresh myself a bit. Yeah. But anyway, that is pretty much it for my collection as of right now. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video because it was kinda impromptu, and as you can see, my shelf is in a mess right now because I'm preparing for that major renovation. Yeah. But because right now for that renovation, I need to take everything down, change the lights, and then after that I'll put everything back up. At that point in time, there are some of the shelves which I plan to change up drastically, like my Hoshina shrine. So that means there's gonna be a part 2 to this video, a post-renovation video of my collection tour. Hopefully I can get that out within the year because I don't really want to drag out this renovation too much. Yeah, having an empty shelf in the house doesn't feel really nice. So yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. I am still researching on what type of lights to use for my shelf because I definitely am not going to get any more Taobao lights. Yeah, this bunch of lights failed within 2 years, and changing it is such a pain. So no more Taobao. Definitely gonna go for something a lot more reliable. And I'm actually thinking of doing something interesting. Like, you know those colorful light strips which are like smart, you know, smart lighting features. I know Philips has this, the Hue Light series, and I think Xiaomi also has an equivalent, but they are pretty pricey. If my budget allows, I would definitely want to go for those type of light strips because I think having a colorful display against my white shelf would look quite interesting. But we'll see. Yeah. The other consideration I have for my lights is the flickering issue. Like, even though I switch it on and visually when I look at the shelf, it doesn't flicker, but when I do a recording and if the lights are on, you would actually be seeing a flicker, and that's because the frame rate of my video doesn't match with the flicker rate of the lights. So the newly sourced lights that I have needs to address this issue. Yeah. How? I don't know yet. I still need to research. But if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments below. I am still trying to figure out what type of light strips to use, and honestly, it's kind of rare to see anyone do this type of lighting for their own shelf because I think it's pretty expensive. So yeah, any ideas, please drop it in the comment section below. Oh yes, before I end off this video, I also want to give a quick shout out to all our channel members. Thank you so much for supporting this channel here, especially Diamond Flame 45. Thank you so much. If you enjoy getting this type of content in advance, as well as my own custom-made emojis, do subscribe to my membership and you get all those little freebies. Lastly, if you enjoyed what you saw, Do leave a like and subscribe with notifications to stay tuned to more videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye bye!